Welcome back, everybody, to Talking Horses with me, Horse Racing Rich. As always, we are brought to you by Max Action Sports, home of the internet's only money-back guarantee. We've finally reached the final jewel of the Triple Crown season for 2026. The first two jewels gave us thrilling finishes as Golden Tempo took the Garland of Roses on Derby Day, and Napoleon's Solo shocked everybody except us on Preakness Day. Now, the Belmont Stakes will be contested at 1.25 miles over the Saratoga track, which has been its home for the last 2 years, while Belmont has been getting renovated, completely torn down and rebuilt, mind you, and will finally be open for the Breeders' Cup this year, and of course a return to normal for the Belmont Stakes next year. So for those of you who are new, what we're going to do is run through all 9 entrants, then we're going to tell you who's going to win, and then we're going to give you the best way to bet it and make some serious money doing so. So without further ado, let's get to the horses. 1, Vitruvian Man, 30-1, the longest shot in the field, trained by Doug O'Neill, ran a terrible third in the Santa Anita Derby, which has produced no winners, no seconds, no thirds in this Triple Crown season. We don't expect that to change. For what it's worth, his sire, Vina Rosso, did finish 4th in the 2008 edition of the Belmont Stakes, and then a 3rd in the Whitney, which is over this Saratoga track, at 1.25 miles as a 4-year-old in 2019. 2, Power Shift, 12-1. Todd Pletcher, one of his 2 entries with Luis Saez, who has 2 wins in the Belmont Stakes, most notably 2024, the first edition here at Saratoga with Dornoch. He Power Shift won on Derby Day. It was a maiden special weight. And at Churchill, now it's a good win. Over the course of the Derby Trail, he lost the top colts. We do think he's going to get to the lead, and we do think he is going to try to hang on, which has been a recipe for success here at Saratoga. 3, Chief Wallaby, 3-1. Bill Mott and Junior Alvarado. Junior Alvarado obviously won last year with Sovereignty, which means that Bill Mott is going for consecutive wins, which will be the first time that has happened since 1995, when the coach D. Wayne Lucas did it in 94 and 95. Chief Wallaby, he was last seen running a week 4th in the Kentucky Derby. We didn't think he had enough seasoning for that race. We were ultimately proven right. This is a smaller field. This is 5 weeks later. This is another race under his belt, and this is a talented horse. We do think he is somebody to watch and pay attention to. 3-1 is a bit prohibitive. So let's see where those odds go closer to post time. Speaking of prohibitive odds, 4, Renegade is the morning line favorite, probably be the post time favorite as well. Todd Pletcher with his 4 wins is the trainer, and Irad Ortiz with his 2 wins, most recently with Mo Donegal in 2022, team up for Renegade. He ran a great closing second in the Kentucky Derby. He was the best horse that day. He's going to be the best horse in the field on Saturday. It's just, will he get the trip? Will he get the same setup that he got on Derby Day? Probably not. But he will be in a more advantageous position from the start, and of course throughout the race, without 20 other horses crashing into him. 5, Otinho, 20-1, one of Chad Brown's 3 horses in this field, which means he commands 33% of this field. And Dylan Davis, he lost badly in the Bluegrass Stakes to our Derby pick, Further Ado. The whole question with Otinho is how is Chad Brown going to use him in conjunction with the other 2? There's been talks of rabbits, there's been talks of blockers. We shall see exactly what happens here. I do think he is the least of the 3 Brown entrants that you really have to look and pay attention to. 6, Growth Equity, 12-1, another Chad Brown entrant. Manny Franco is on, and Manny Franco won with Tisla in 2020, which was a whole wild year, if you guys remember that. Klarovich Stables. Now, this is the same trainer and same owners as 8 Emerging Market on a different day. In a different race, it would be coupled entries. We do not have that, so we take them for what they are. Growth Equity won the Peter Pan, which is the traditional prep. Of course, for the last 3 years, it hasn't been a prep because it's been at Aqueduct, and this race is at Saratoga. So it's pretty meaningless, other than he is on a 2-race winning streak, which is something to pay attention to. Smaller colt, good turn of foot and pull away speed from lessers. This is a better competition. So how will that top speed translate against better is the question to be answered. 7, Commandment 6-1. Brad Cox, Johnny V, both with one win in the Belmont Stakes. He ran 7th non-competitive effort in the Derby. We did kind of like him in that race, and he just didn't fire. He's a top talent. He's beaten good competition all the way along the Derby trail. He's a real contender here. 6-1 is good odds. Let's see if they hold. 8, Emerging Market, 6-1 again. Good odds. Let's see if they hold. Chad Brown, Clairvitch Stables, Flavian Pratt, all things you absolutely love. We just didn't think he had enough races under his belt on Derby Day, and you know, it proved us right. He was 10th there. He wasn't in the race at all. He was overwhelmed from the start. That was not a surprise. It would be a surprise if that happened again here. We think he's a serious contender, and his style is well suited for this race and how it has been run over the last 2 years. 9, Golden Tempo, 9-2, ridden by Jose Ortiz, who won with Tappert in 17, and trained by the Kentucky Derby winning trainer and very inappropriately dressed Sherry DeVoe. Great win on Derby Day, thrilling finish, ran by everybody, everything you could ask for, perfect setup, perfect race, perfect horse for that moment. Sadly, he's just not as good as Renegade. Renegade is just a better version of Golden Tempo in a better slot, with a better trainer, and everything's better about him. Yes, he won the Derby. That's awesome, and you never take it away from him, and that is why we celebrate him. But where he's going to be on Saturday is nowhere near the finish line. So when the winners win. So that's your 9 horses. That's the field. Pretty interesting field. Some closers, some runners. Let's see how it all shakes out. As for that, the pick. Well, listen. There's been 2 Belmonts that have been run at Saratoga. Both have been won by non-favorites who were able to repel and win on the lead or near the lead. Closers have not done well, and these are some horses in the past 2 years that were favorites as closers, like Journalism, like Mindframe. And they did not fire, and we don't expect that to change at all. So the race is going to come down to 3 horses: Chief Wallaby, Commandment, and Emerging Market. Out of those 3, you got to look at odds, you got to look at advantages, and listen, there is no bigger advantage than commanding 3 of the 9 horses, 33% of the field. So this is no secret. We got Chad Brown, the upstate New York, Mechanicsville native. Guy desperately wants to win the Belmont Stakes anywhere, and especially in his backyard at Saratoga. And this is the year that the Saratoga Strangler, Chad Brown himself, finally does it. He will be putting the garland of carnations around Emerging Market at about 7:15 Saturday evening. So how do you make money betting him? Well, decent odds at 6-1, 5-1, whatever he's going to go off at. We're going to put 33% of our money, our bankroll, on him, and that should pay a nice heavy price. We're going to do a win play show on 6, Growth Equity, another Chad Brown runner. We think he's going to get up. He should challenge for the win, but we certainly think he's going to hit the board. We're going to do 2 different Zacta boxes, one with Emerging Market, Commandment, and Chief Wallaby, and then we're going to do another one with a Power Shift, Renegade, and Emerging Market, and then we're going to finish it off with a try box with Commandment, Chief Wallaby, Renegade, and Emerging Market. So those are the horses, that's the pick, and those are the bets for the 2026 Belmont Stakes. Now we'll be up there, so if you see us in the backyard by the picnic tables or up by the Easy Goer, come over and say hi. We'll be hammering a few Hattie's chicken sandwiches and having a good time, making it all the way into the early evening, watching some horse races in one of America's most beautiful sporting venues. Thank you for being with us this year. It's been a challenging year, and we really appreciate you. And hopefully we give you some winners on Saturday. Make sure to follow along on Max Action Sports for all the graded stakes action and all the bets. And always remember, if you don't bet, you can't win.